Live from Blue River Stadium, spring training action on MLB The Show. York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next. Rodriguez. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Just about ready to roll. Jarren Duran now at the plate. And there's the strike. We are underway.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
On the ground, right side. Goldie takes it to the bag. One out in the top of the first. Check out the Red Sox lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Now he's challenging the called strike.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. Those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
That's too low. Ball 2. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Stays alive. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
So runner at second, 2 down. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Man at second. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Got him swinging for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Connolly early. And he's kind of been the talk of baseball since his last outing. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
The 1-0. And another ball.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And he takes a strike. Got him swinging. One down.
Batting second, the first baseman.
Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing. But that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Paul Goldschmidt in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Early with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. The 1-0.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. And a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Ryan McMahon in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-2 now. Popped up to the left into foul ground. That is the inning. After 1. Second inning set to go. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. See you later. He wastes no time on this one, and the Red Sox jump in front. It's 1-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now it's the second baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, Cedon.
So digging in, Cedon Rafaela. And ball one. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. He swings and fouls one off. Ground ball right side. Caballero slings to first in time.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Marcelo.
Two down, bases
Meyer.
empty. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. Swings and lines one towards the gap. And that gets down into the gap. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Here's the throw, but he's in there easily.
He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
So runner at second, two down. Carlos Narvaez digs in now. Sliced hard but foul. Narvaez launched a homer in his most recent game. That one hit to right. And that's the third out. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now 1-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Bottom half of inning number 2, and stepping in for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. On the ground to the left. Meyer to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, George Lombard.
Now it's the shortstop,
Jr.
George Lombard Jr. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
And the 0-2. Short hop liner handled it short to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting sixth, the second baseman,
Jose Caballero, the next to hit. Ripped on a line to center. And that is the third out of the inning. So they make short work of him there. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. This is Yankees baseball on the Show NYC. New inning getting started. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Swing and a bouncer. Over to Goldie. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the center fielder,
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. Anthony goes 6 feet 3 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick in 2022.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Swings through that. Clips the outside corner. It's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And he grounds one to the right side. Caballero slings to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Two outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. Doubled his first time up. That misses the zone. Ball one. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Grisham under it. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra.
J.C. Escarra.
Well, as a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty, so you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
The 0-2. Goes down looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Digging in, Max Schumann. Schumann with a homer in his last game.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And downstairs. Inside, and that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Now it's Zach Short. And he chases a high fastball there.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. You try to climb the ladder.
0-2 now. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Man at first, one away. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
The center fielder,
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Not close with that one, and that is ball one. Runner edges away at second. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fought off foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Two on, one out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Two away.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Two outs, runners at first and second. And next for New York, Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Line drive, base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with two away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. And the Yankees leave them loaded. And it remains 1-0. As we go to the top of the fourth. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras. And a foul ball. Yo, 1. And that is out of play. To third. McMahon fires over to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Trevor Story.
Here's Story now. He's already homered here in this one. And takes low for ball one. In the air to left center. Grisham settles under it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Red Sox, the second baseman, Romy.
His first time. In the air to left down the line. Short turns to the right on the move. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That one back up the middle and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter, number 3.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Schumann on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. One left for the Red Sox. They lead it 1-0. Bottom 4. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Liner caught at second. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Yankees.
So up next for New York, George Lombard Jr.
Lombard Jr.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Out to short. Gets it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Jose.
You got to be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out. Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
In the air, out towards left center. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. They trail here 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th. So stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer. And there's a foul ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That's off the mark, and the count is 3-1.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Out towards right center field. Schumann on the move to the gap. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher,
Carlos Narvaez. Up next for the Red Sox. Flied to right his first time. Outside low, ball 1. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why. Getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
On the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. Foul ball. Now all even up. In the air, right side of the infield. Caballero has a beat on it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Late swing, foul to the left. And that misses off the outside edge.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Two down, nobody on. Ground ball to the right side. And that's just foul. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
got him looking for the K. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, J.C. Escarra. Now he steps out as time is granted. That one in there across the letters.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count. I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And the batter now, Max Schumann. He reached on a walk his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. That one way outside, and a count 2-1. Tap foul at the plate. Escarra on at first, nobody out. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder,
Zach Short stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Lifted in the air, right field. Abreu moving back for this one. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
In there for strike 1.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
The 1-2. And that one upstairs. Struck him out swinging. Had him out front for strike 3. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the book. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
Now pitching for the
Brent Hedrick on the pitch here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Roman Anthony getting ready to hit. Hedrick measures 6 feet 6 inches, 28 years old, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2019. The 1-1. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Up next for the Red Sox, the right
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Abreu in the box now, takes strike one. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second, Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. On a line, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter,
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
Ball one there. In the air, right field. Schumann under it. And that is that. And the Red Sox leave one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Patrick Sandoval. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 2.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Here's a 1-1. That's hard hit on the line. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan.
There's Ryan McMahon now. The Yankees down by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one fouled off. Got him swinging.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And that ends the inning. Yanks held in check. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Pitching for the
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 80. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Nick Sogard. Nick Sogard, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. The tag. See.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Now here is Ceddanne Rafaela. In the air to left center. Grisham on the move and makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. And it's fouled off.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This will be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Stepping in, Carlos Narvaez. And fouled off. The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And a foul ball. Swings through that one. Into center and a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in the box now. Takes strike 1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. Good job at damage control right there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Greg Weisser.
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Lombard Jr.
Lombard leading things off and takes a strike.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The Yankees looking to rally. The 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That's a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Yankees.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, J.C. Escara. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run.
There goes the runner. Pitch way inside. Throw. Save.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Swing, and he popped it up. Rafaela in position. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees.
Max Schumann stepping in now for the Yankees.
Schumann.
The Yankees going with a pinch hitter, Aaron Judge.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Out towards left center. Connor Falefa under it. And that will end the inning. One hit, one left. So remaining in the game defensively, Masataka Yoshida. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox, Christian Campbell.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Christian Campbell, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. On the ground to third, McMahon. Zips it across, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Up next for the Red Sox,
Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Andrew Monasterio looking to start something with one gone. Andrew Monasterio in the box now. No balls and a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Owen Chu now to the right side. Goldie. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The batter, number 10.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. Caleb Durbin looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Red Sox go down quietly as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Now pitching for Boston.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Slayton. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Now into the ball game on defense, Connor Wong. He takes over as the new first baseman.
Connor.
Here's the left fielder, Zach Short. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Bellinger.
The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And he dodges that fastball. Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One and two here. That one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's smacked on a line to center, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Really important at bat coming up now.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. Inside move to second. Bellinger dives back. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
So now with one away and a man at second, and stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. 1 for 3. Aaron Boone making a move for a new bat. Ben Rice. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Fought off foul. The tying run at the plate. And that one fouled off. Red Sox by 2. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle. Throws to first in time.
Up
next to hit, Ryan McMahon.
Third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Bellinger on third with 2 out. That one outside, and the count even 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. One left for the Yankees. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tim Hill. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas.
Bringing in some thunder in a big spot, and they're hoping he can get a hold of one for sure.
Tristan Casas, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Hill, in his 8th season, he features a sinker, a 4-seamer, and he works in a slider. Got him swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Rafaela, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Foul ball there. Red Sox leading it by 2 here at the top of the 9th. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Red Sox, the third baseman.
So up next, Marcelo Meyer. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground, and foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. Nothing doing for Boston, but they're on top 2-0. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Aroldis Chapman.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Now into the game, Sung-Chae Cheng. He'll play second. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one. No question about this one. It's out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. And just like that, they're within a run.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And next for New York, George Lombard Jr. 0 for 3 so far in his debut.
Yeah, great time to get that batting average off the runway here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the second baseman, Jose Caballero. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
One out, base is empty, and a run in. And the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Yankees with only one out remaining. J.C. Escara now at the plate. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Aaron Boone making a move for a new bat. Austin Wells. Austin Wells, the next to hit, takes ball one.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Here's a chopper to short. Rafaela. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus to push through to the finish line.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.